Good morning. It is December 3rd, 2019, and you are listening and watching to the Northern Town Daily Commute. This is a little web series that we do here, a little video series that we do about events and issues and people and things happening here in the North Woods of Wisconsin while we drive into work. Not a lot going on today. This is actually, for me, my last day at my current employer. So that's kind of what drove the idea of this little video webcast kind of thing, was the fact that I'm going to, rather than having an 8-mile drive into work, I'm going to have about a 25-mile drive to work. So a little bit more time to discuss some stuff and that sort of thing. So it's kind of a bittersweet day. I enjoy where I work, but new opportunity came up, so away we go. So a little bit more growth, a little bit more money, that sort of thing. So kind of, like I said, a bittersweet day of leaving my current employer. Going to be leaving some really good people behind. Going to miss them, but I'll see them pretty regularly. I work retail right now, and I'm going to a more office job kind of thing. So that's exciting, but like I said, I'll miss the people. So with that said, there probably won't be a daily commute until next Monday, the 9th, because I have the next 5 days off. I decided to take some days off between, so that also is exciting. I have a sneaking suspicion there will be a lot of cleaning at the house and taking naps on the couch with the dogs. So I'm really looking forward to it. I was listening to NPR here, our local NPR station, or our local public radio station. I shouldn't say NPR, but our local public radio station, WXPR 91.7, who, incidentally, they do a tremendous job up here. Just such a great resource for such a small rural area. I've lived in Chicago and in the Chicago area and that sort of thing and before, and I've traveled quite a bit and all that, and I'll tell you, the WXPR, our public radio station here, is second to none anywhere else that I've ever been. So they do a great job. But I digress. This morning they had a story on there about the Oneida County Board and the Oneida County Corrections and Sheriff's Office, I believe. I didn't quite catch all of it, but it's something that I'm going to try and listen to and do some research about. They are approving or working on, I assume they're working on approving their new budget for next year. And they denied a request from the Department of Corrections to the tune of about $130,000 for a full body scanner. And what that is the full body scanner is used, as they described it, during intake of inmates. And it's basically used to scan inmates for contraband, whether that be drugs or weapons or something else that inmates are not supposed to have in the county jail. And the person interviewed, who, and again, I have to do some research, but the person interviewed who basically said, this endangers the lives of our corrections workers, and and he said he knows that there's contraband in his jail because they don't have the methods to find it all. The other story was they denied a request from, I believe it was the Sheriff's Department, to the tune of about $100,000. So if you're keeping track, about $250,000 all told here, for new taser equipment for officers, and that the tasers that they have now have currently reached the end of their life expectancy, and when one breaks, they can't get replacements for it, they can't get replacement parts for it, they can't fix it, somebody has to go without. Now, regardless of what your opinion is of police enforcement and that sort of thing, a taser, in my opinion, is is I would think, would be a really great thing for an officer to have. It is a non-lethal type of weapon that helps ensure an officer's safety with the issues, with some of the crime issues and such that we have here in northern Wisconsin. We have an issue with drugs. We have a fairly significant, at times, domestic abuse problem, that sort of thing. That seems to be something that, I don't know, it's a little disappointing to see them deny, to see the board deny. But they may have, I'm sure they have their reasons and all that. So we're going to do a little bit of research on what the new budget looks like and exactly what budget money is being spent on in lieu of these kind of fairly significant safety items. And we're going to bring that up in another segment, hopefully on Monday, maybe Tuesday of next week. So you have been listening to Life in a Northern Town, or I'm actually Northern Life Daily Commute for December 3rd, 2019. I'm going to hop in here to Quick Trip and see my friend Sherry and get a couple bottles of soda and maybe a breakfast burrito on my last day of work here. And we will see you most likely sometime next week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.